No job's too small, no job's too difficult. I'll do what I can for anybody. I grew up around agriculture, always been a big part of my life. The lifestyle that's always appealed to me. I went to work away, you see the world, it was great. After 3 years of working away and coming back to do this, I thought I'll just take a chance. I'll just go self-employed and see what happens. 4 years down the line, I'm still self-employed and loving it. I've gone from having enough work to occupy me for 2 weeks every 2 months to now being busy every day of the week. So before Sage, everything was paper invoices, paper receipts, and that was fine until I went VAT registered and then submitted a VAT return wrong, got a VAT inspection, and I thought, after 2 weeks of grilling, I went, stuff this. I said, this is just not funny. There's better things to do with my time than have to make up for my own mistakes. So, that's when I went to accounting software. I went to QuickBooks. I'm sure it works for a lot of people. For me personally, it didn't. You spend a lot of time resubmitting entries, couldn't really get the grips of the interface either. It was very awkward for me to use personally, so that hit the sideline pretty quick. Every other company I've worked for, my payroll came from Sage, but I thought there's obviously something behind this. Big multi-million-pound companies are using Sage. I may as well have a look at it. Setup's very simple. There is setup time, but you're not paying for the first 3 months, so that free time to get used to it. It was great. It was the easiest thing to use, and I think agriculture would benefit from it because we need 40 hours in a day. That doesn't exist, so the last thing you want to do is spend a weekend at a desk doing paperwork. You've got ministry paperwork, you've got animal paperwork, you've got to meet standards. Mental health in agriculture is pretty poor across the board. Why would you want to go out, work all day, come in and then lock yourself in a room when you could be doing something with your family? Apart from when I do my VAT returns, the mobile app, it's all I use. Everything's on the go. I get a diesel delivery, go onto the app and it's already suggesting the transaction with its connectivity to the bank. It suggests you accept it, say it's a diesel expense, and that's it. It's literally 2 minutes of your time. You're not dedicating days to paperwork, you're dedicating minutes in an evening. Go onto Sage and it's more efficient for the customer as well. There's no confusion between you and the customer at all, and they do actually appreciate that. We're trying to focus a lot more on things that will be coming up in the next few years. There's a lot of focus towards sustainability in agriculture, there's a lot of focus towards environmental impact, and I'm trying to stay ahead of the game and try and factor those in now whilst I can.